Good morning. We will start session 9 on chapter motion and we'll start with the numericals from the exercise. The first one, an athlete completes one round of circular track of diameter 200 meter in 40 seconds. So let's consider that athlete completes one round. That means an athlete starts from A and he will end at A. One round he completes in a circular track of diameter 200 meter. Okay. So this is A. Oh, sorry, I wrote 20 meter. So this is 200 meter in 40 seconds. What will be the distance covered and the displacement at the end of 2 minutes 20 seconds? This is the same type of a question which we had done earlier, but that was in a square track, right? Or a square field what we had. So first sum given, what we will write here is he completes one round in a circular track of diameter 200 meter. So we just write AB is equal to diameter, that is equal to 200 meter. With respect to that, since it's a circular track, radius we have to calculate. So radius becomes 100 meter, right? What will be the distance covered? So time taken to complete one round. One round. What do you mean by one round here, children? One round is nothing but circumference of circular track. That is nothing but 2 pi r. Okay? Circumference of a circle is nothing but 2 pi r. Time taken for one round. Time taken for one round. So he will take how much? 40 seconds. Now how much? What is the time? What is the distance covered at the end of 2 minutes 20 seconds? Okay, we'll come to that later part. I hope if this much is clear, we will see the further what we have to do here. Since we know the diameter, since we know the radius of this and time taken for one round also we know, shall we calculate distance covered? Distance covered by athlete in one round is. So distance covered by one round is. Okay. So we know that speed is equal to distance by time. We want distance here. So distance. Okay, no. Distance covered by athlete in one round is, once again children, one round is, this is the distance, right, which we have to write is nothing but 2 pi r. That much, right? Substituting part we'll do it later. This is the distance covered by athlete in one round, which is nothing but 2 pi r. Let us write the formula. Speed is equal to distance by time. So to what extent what we know here, let us calculate the speed of the athlete. Distance is 2 pi r, 2 into 22 by 7 into 100, and time is how much? 40 seconds. Right? Is this very clear? So 0 and 0 will go. We can write here is 2 ones are, 2 twos are, 2 ones are, 2 11s are. So speed of the athlete is equal to 110 by 7. We can write this in terms of meters per second. Keep this as it is. I hope this much is very clear. Okay. Shall I erase this part? Because second part of the sum what I have to solve here now. By keeping this as it is now, I'll just write here somewhere. We got answer as speed is equal to 110 by 7 meters per second. Okay. calculate distance covered at the end of 2 minutes 20 seconds. Distance covered at the end of 2 minutes 20 seconds, which is nothing but 2 minutes is 2 into 60 plus 20, same like last time, 120 plus 2 minutes 20 seconds it is, yeah, plus 20, that is nothing but 140 seconds, right? So this calculation we will keep it here. I will write in bracket here 140 seconds. Distance covered at the end of 140 seconds. Keeping that as it is, therefore speed is equal to distance covered in 140 seconds divided by time. Substitute what you know the values here. We want distance covered in 140 seconds. So speed was how much? 110 by 7. This is equal to distance which we have to calculate divided by time is how much? 140. Therefore, distance in 140 seconds is equal to 110 into 140 divided by 7. 7 ones are 7 twos are 14, 0, which is nothing but 11 twos are 2200 meter. So distance covered in 140 seconds is 2200 meter. Very clear, children? There are many techniques to solve this. What method I have chosen, some other tricks also is there to solve. You see whichever is convenient. I have just followed all the steps what I can do it here. I hope this is very clear. We calculated only distance now, yet displacement is there. But to calculate displacement of a body in 140 seconds, we know that displacement is the shortest distance between initial and final position. Now we know that one round it takes 40 seconds. That means for 140 seconds, how many rounds we have to first of all calculate. So shall I erase this? This was the first part what we have completed. I'll again erase this part now and do the further part of the sum. Okay. One round is equal to 40 seconds. 140 seconds, that is 2 minutes 20 seconds. How many rounds? The same thing what we had done earlier, children. So this is going to be 140 upon 40. 4 and 4 cancelled. 4 3s are 12. 2 remainder. 4 5s are 20. 3.5 rounds. This is very important to know. Okay, now let us calculate displacement. Displacement at the end of 140 seconds is. Now I'll do in the working column there to make you understand what is displacement. Now children, it is A to B. Now one round if I have to consider from, okay, first round I will write here. So this is first round, this is second round, this is third round, this is 3.5 round and this is fourth round, 3.5th one. Okay, just understand, we write direct answer here, but that working you all should know. Displacement is when the body comes to the original position. What is a displacement when the body comes to the first round? 0. Displacement when the body comes back for second round? 0. Displacement for third round. Why? Because see, this is from here to here, 1 round, 2 round, third round 0, 3.5 rounds. 3.5 round means where the body goes displacement is coming half means here, this is half here, right? So 3 and half is 200 meter. If in case if I ask you, what is the displacement at the end of fourth round? Answer is 0. 4 and half round, 200 meter. Understood the difference here? So that is a working, but you all should know this, what we have written. Here directly I will write answer as 200 meter. Very clear? So this is the answer for the first one. A bit lengthy. Figure is very important what you have to draw here. Let's go to the next one. Second one. Joseph jogs from one end A to another end B of a straight line of a 300 meter road. So this is A and this is B, which is 300 meter. Okay. In 2 minutes 30 seconds. So to run from here to here, he will take 2 minutes 30 seconds. And turns around and jogs 100 meter back. So this is 300. He turns around and jogs 100 meter back. This distance, another 1 minute. So this is the figure what we have. What are Joseph's average speed and average velocity in jogging from A to B and A to C? So first of all, what I will write, the first question what they have asked is from A to B. Back calculation we will take here. Now distance is how much? Distance is equal to A to B. That is equal to 300 meter. Time taken is equal to jog 300 meter. 2 minutes 30 seconds, which is nothing but 2 into 60 plus 30. 120 plus 30, 150 seconds. Okay. So what they have asked to calculate here? Therefore, average speed and average velocity. Average speed is equal to distance, total distance upon time. So that is nothing but here total distance is how much, children? 300 divided by 150. So 0, 0, 15 ones are 15 twos are 2 meters per second. Average velocity. What is average velocity? Displacement upon time. What is displacement here? The shortest distance between A to B. That's the same thing here. So this is also 300 upon 150, which is nothing but 2 meters per second. There is a question if you have seen in the theory part. Under what circumstances average speed of a body is equal to the average velocity? It can only be seen when they are seen. They are only seen when the body is traveling in a straight path. If a body is traveling, this is 300 meter. What is average? What is the distance here? 300 meter. What is displacement? 300 meter. But if the body is traveling, then the body came back something here, or the body was traveling here, it came till here, then this would be the displacement. Right? But what would be distance traveled? Distance traveled this plus this till here if I had to calculate. So under what circumstances distance traveled is equal to, or you can say average speed of a body is equal to the average velocity? When distance and distance displacement is same. That is when the body is travelling in a straight path, distance traveled and displacement is the same. Hence the average speed and average velocity will also be the same. So in this case both are same. Let's go to the second condition. Shall I erase this? They have only asked, they have not asked us to give a conclusion or anything. Let's see the second condition what they have given. Second condition says that from A to C. So total distance, first the body has to go to A to B, right? So total distance is equal to A to B plus B to C. Am I right? It has to first travel A to B. That is how much? So that is 300 meter. Then the body travels from B to C, which is 100 meter. So total distance is here 400 meter. Okay, distance I am talking about. Then let's talk about total time. Total time. Initially it took how much? 2 minutes 30 seconds plus 1 minute, which is nothing but this was how much? 150 seconds plus 60 seconds. So total time is 210 seconds. Now average speed is equal to total distance upon total time. How much it is? Total distance is 400 divided by 210, 0 and 0. You will get answer in decimal here, that is 1.904 meters per second. This is average speed. Now, will the average velocity change? Yes. Why? Because displacement it is. Below this what you have to do here is displacement I will write here. That is A to C. What is A to C? A to C distance is, this distance is the displacement, right? Whole AB minus BC. So it is 300 minus 100, displacement is 200. Time taken is the same, time taken will not change. Now write average velocity is equal to displacement. I have seen children doing all these things, writing A, B, C, D, everything without the figure. I don't know how you can visualize the figure, all these things and do. It's not possible at all. Figure wherever it is possible, wherever you are using these variables here, you have to represent the figure for this. Displacement upon time. So what is displacement? 200. What is time? 210. Because the body is taking, the time can't be the shortest distance. You have taken that much only. Displacement is the shortest distance, what I can tell here is. So 200 upon 210, 0 and 0. So answer is 0.952 meters per second. So this is how you calculate it. Average velocity. Okay. Let's quickly move on to the next one. The numericals here are quite different from the numericals what we have already solved from the worked example. Third one. Abdul, while driving to school, commutes average speed for his trip to be 20 km per hour. On his return trip along the same route, there is less traffic and the average speed is 30 km per hour. What is the average speed for Abdul's trip? So children, here in some textbooks what I have found was, instead of 40 km per hour, they have given that as 30, instead of 30 km per hour, they have given it as 40 km per hour, some textbook. So I want you all to make the correct changes. So average speed first is 20 km per hour, second is 30 km per hour. If in case in your textbook, I think given in the notes what I have given it is 40, change that to 30 km per hour. So we will be solving the sum here with respect to 20 km per hour and 30 km per hour, and with a slight different method than what I have given you all in the notes. I'll be doing this, right? So that means while driving from school to home, his average speed is 20 km per hour, and his return trip while driving to school, that is from home to school, it is 20 km per hour. From school to back home, it is 30 km per hour because of less traffic. Now we have to find the average speed for the Abdul's trip. For that we require time and distance. Let's do that. So we can write that let the distance from home to school we consider S. Why S? Because S is a unit what we use for distance or displacement, and the distance from school to home will be also S. That will not change. That's only because it will not change because distance will be the same. Time might change here, but what will, because with respect to the speed what he is traveling. Then what they have given here is average speed from home to school is 20 km per hour, and average speed from school to home is 30 km per hour. Okay. So what is the formula? We know that speed is equal to distance upon time. So with respect to this, if I talk about speed here with respect to time, like time is not known, if I cross change this, so time is equal to distance by speed. Okay, so time taken for, first it is home to school. Time taken for home to school. T1 is equal to, so what is distance, children? Distance is S, and what is speed? From home to school it is 20. So S by 20 can I write? Next, school to home, T2 is equal to, what can I write here? S upon, I can write this as 30. Is this very clear? This much? So since we know now these many things, what is the average speed for Abdul's trip? Average speed is equal to total distance upon total time taken. What is total distance, children? From home to school and school to home it is S plus S. What is total time taken? It is T1 plus T2. Right? So let's substitute. I'll do it here. This is 2S upon, what is T1 and T2? T1 is S by 20 plus S by 30. So 20 and 30 LCM would be 60. We'll write it here. 2S upon. So this is 60. So 20 into 3 will be 2 3s are 6 and 3 2s are 6. So this is 3S plus 2S. 2S into 60 by 5S. Is this correct what we have done? 2s as it is. 3 plus 2 is 5. 5s upon 60. I have taken reciprocal 60 upon 5s, where s and s will get cancelled. 5 ones are 5, 12s are 12 twos are 24. What are you finding? Average speed, kilometer per hour. Right? So see, the fun thing is answer is correct. Whichever textbooks I have, which I refer 2-3 different science textbooks, some are 40, some are 30, but the back answer what they have given is correct. That means it should be 30 km per hour only. By mistake they have given it as 40 km per hour. So change this to 30. If it is already 30 in your book, don't break your head on that. Do the sum as it is. I have slightly changed the method what I have given in the notes than this. I found this was much simpler than what I had given in the book. So next one, we will see that. Now next one is the sum, what is almost similar to what sums we had done from the worked examples or the in-text numericals. Otherwise, rest all sums are quite different. We have also one or two graphical kind of numericals here, which we will be solving it in the next session. Okay. A motorboat starting from rest on a lake accelerates in a straight line. A motorboat starting from rest. So, what do we write, children? U is equal to 0. Accelerate in a straight line at the constant rate of A is equal to 3 meters per second square for 8 seconds. Time is 8. How far does the boat travel at this time? I'll write the formulas. V is equal to, A is equal to B minus U by T. B square is equal to U square plus 2AS. S is equal to UT plus half AT square. In this question they have only asked us to find S, no V, nothing. So which formula is applicable? I think this one, where everything is given to us. Simplify. S is equal to UT plus half AT square. What is U? 0. Time is 8 plus half into 3 into 8 into 8. T square, right? So 2 ones are 2 fours are. This is 0 plus 3 fours are 12. 12 eights are 96. S is equal to 96 meter. A very simple, straightforward sum, right? So there we completed first 4 sums. Now the next set of sums is we have numericals, but they are based on the graphical part. So here you should have anyways you all have a graph book. What you can do is you can just tear one paper from the graph, and what sum we do on the graphical base, stick that graph page in the book. So this graphical part and the remaining sums will be doing it in the next session.